Hi there, you're with me, Ann Edwards, on GE13 The Showdown. Ladies and gentlemen, Indians make up about 8% of Malaysia's total 28 million population, but analysts believe that ethnic Indians are crucial in GE13 as voters. Meanwhile, some Indian leaders have taken extreme measures to make their demands heard and felt. They have gone on hunger strikes. Some have even threatened to abstain from voting. Right next to me, MIC Secretary General Datuk S. Murugesan. Welcome to our studio.
Good to be back.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, great. Datuk, in the 2008 general election, a lot of Indians decided to desert Barisan Nasional and voted for the opposition. Are they back with the BN after 5 years?
They are back with the BN, but not to the pre-2008, 2007 scenario. They are not back to 2004 scenario. They are back. They are coming back, but not fully as it was in 2004.
And is there a reason for this? I mean, has there been a lot of work done on BN side to, pull them back to Barisan?
The Indians coming back to Barisan Nasional, actually there's two factors in it. One is the push and pull factor. See, one is because they are disillusioned with Pakatan Rakyat, and all the promises that has been given, has been made, has not been fulfilled. So they are disillusioned and they are saying that, hey, look, they are not keeping their promises. That's one. That's the push factor. The pull factor is our Prime Minister and his policies. He has done a lot for the Indian community, and if you can see for the last 2 years, he has implemented many programs, many initiatives that benefits the Indian community, and those are the pulling factors.
Can you say the same for urban Indians? Aren't they still with the opposition?
There's a slight distinction when it comes to urban Indian. Their needs are quite different from the rural Indians, and the urban Indians, they are more towards the middle income group, and therefore their demands are different. But those issues are also being addressed. Say for instance, their issues are educational opportunities, job opportunities, loans for businesses. Those are the issues that are dear to them, and those are the issues that are being addressed right now.
And what about, in my opening I did mention about some leaders have taken extreme measures, including going on hunger strikes and also threatening to abstain from voting if their demands are not felt, and these are Hindraf leaders. What is your take on this?
Indians are in a very peculiar position because they form the 8%, and therefore they are the third largest group, and therefore sometimes you need to shout to be heard, and I think that's what they are doing. But however, I disagree with the notion of abstaining from voting in order to make your point heard. Because
why
that does
don't
not.
You agree to this?
I don't agree that you need to abstain.
I think it's done in India as well. The hunger strike thing and all that.
Hunger strike, that is his method. But I think in a healthy political system where you're allowed to voice out your views and give your opinion, I think it's more easier. It's better to engage in debates and in dialogues instead of resorting to a hunger strike.
Right. But don't you, to a certain extent, agree that what their demands, what some of their demands are saying is that the hardcore poor among the Indian community should be addressed, and this has not been addressed, very effectively. Indians are discriminated against.
Okay, and some of the things that they are asking, it overlaps with what MIC is fighting for. So that there's a great amount of overlap, and that there are areas that we agree with them, and I'm sure there are areas that they agree with us. But when you go on a hunger strike and you say, look, it's all or nothing, that becomes difficult. That's one. Okay, the other thing is, with regard to the poor, the government has got a program to eradicate poverty across board. It doesn't matter.
Has it been effective?
Sometimes the implementation and the delivery mechanism, we are facing a lot of problem in terms of delivery mechanism. That are
by the government.
Yes, those are the issues that we need to address, and that we are addressing it. But we are taking positive steps. You know, if like say for instance, if you earn less than 1,000 in a family, it doesn't matter whether you're Chinese, whether you're Indian or you're Malay, you need to be helped. So those are the programs that the government they're implementing and they're doing.
We need to come back after a short break. Okay. We are talking to Datuk S Murugesan, who is MIC Secretary General. Stay with us. GE13, the showdown with me and Edwards. We've been talking to Datuk S Murugesan, who is MIC Secretary General, on a lot of Indian issues, and also, of course, in GE13, how crucial is Indian votes here?
It is crucial, and probably in around 52 parliamentary constituencies, Indians might be the deciding factor, because especially when you look at it, when the votes are evenly divided,
right,
and then so a 10% or a 5% vote will become crucial, and that is what is happening right now.
What are the areas that you foresee which will be tightly contested, and that would be the most crucial? Perhaps you can share with us some of these areas.
Okay, probably if we just go by states, I think probably Selangor will be a tightly contested state, Perak will be a tightly contested state, Kedah, these are the main three frontline states, and probably to a certain extent you can see there will be contests in Johor, Negeri Sembilan, Penang, and might even be Kelantan and Terengganu.
Is the mechanism all geared up?
Yes, we have been geared up, and we have been waiting for the last 1 year.
List has been handed over to the leadership. Any feedback on that?
That I can't reveal, but I think it's an ongoing process. That is something that the PM and the President they are discussing, and I'm not privy to it. And even if I know, I'm not in no position to reveal it.
So will there be like a choice for those who are expected to contest? To what extent can they actually choose these areas? Because that will be also the main issue. I am sure most candidates will want to contest in safe areas.
I don't think the candidates have that much of a say in where they go to contest. I think the Prime Minister and the President, they are putting the party and the Barisan Nasional before individuals, and they will look at who is the best individual to contest in that particular seat for this general election. I think they are looking just at that, and therefore some might not get a seat, and some unexpected candidates might come up.
What are some of the issues that you expect will be brought up and will be debated? It will be a very heated debate, as far as Indian issues are concerned.
I think Indian issues, the main thing will be whether are they in the mainstream of the development, and whether has the BN taken stock of their grievances, and those issues has been addressed. I think those are the things as far as BN is concerned. As far as the opposition are concerned, I think the main issue will be to what extent did they keep their promises that were made during the last general election.
And what is your take on that?
I think clearly they did not keep their promises, not only to the Indian community, but I think to all the communities. They promised more than what they can deliver, and they were seen as not keeping their word. That's the main thing. Whereas you can see the Prime Minister and Barisan Nasional, especially after Najib has taken over, there are many things that were not promised but are being implemented. Especially for the Indian community, if you look at, he has made 100 million special allocation over and above whatever that's in the Ministry of Education for the Tamil schools. 100 million last year, another 100 million this year, 180 million for young entrepreneurs, Indian entrepreneurs. Those are the issues that are being addressed. There's an active mechanism to increase the intake of Indians in the civil sector.
Right.
So these are the issues that are being addressed by the Indians.
What about in terms of education? There are some grievances
Yes.
voiced in that area as well. Has that been addressed?
That is a difficult.
It's very ongoing.
Yes, it's a very difficult situation where every year, whenever you get the SPM or STPM results, there will be so many students with good results, and yet they'll be trying to fight for seats and all, and sometimes they compare themselves with their friends and all. They said, look, I've got a better results than my neighbor, but my neighbor got a place and I didn't get a place. But I think the need is to be able to balance it socially. But sometimes you also see, especially the Chinese students, they get good results and yet they don't get a place in comparison by Indians. I think they're somewhere in the middle. There are also some Malay students who have got very good results, but somehow or other they also fail to get a place. So we are trying to find a mechanism, a system where it is fair to all the students, and what is important is to make sure that all our children are given the opportunity to fulfill their dreams.
Datuk, there's a lot of speculation about where you are going to contest. We've heard of Sungai Siput,
Yes.
Kapar, Teluk Kemang, you name it.
Yes, my name has been speculated for so many areas that every time my name comes up, I say, look, stop speculating and just wait. My stand is, wherever I'm asked to contest, whether it's an easy seat or difficult seat, I will contest it.
But Subang was difficult.
Yes, but I'm willing to contest there as well. But I think there's a certain policy where they might not want to fill the same candidate once he has lost in that constituency. I think there is a unwritten policy about that. So I think I might not contest that. I'm not so sure. But my take is, wherever I'm asked to go, I'll go and contest. Or even if I'm asked not to contest, I'll also accept that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Datuk
much.
S. Murugesan. We've been talking to MIC Secretary General on Indian voters in GE13, and we look forward to their voting pattern. I'm Anne Edwards. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.